Okay, class, this is the addendum to exam 2 for the fraction exam. Okay, we have to simplify. Number 1, we had 36x to the 4th, 72x squared. Now what we want to do is take the prime factorization of 36 and the prime factorization of 72. 36 breaks down to 2 times 18. 18 breaks down to 2 times 9. And 9 breaks down to 3 times 3. So we would add 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. That would take care of 36. Now with 72, it breaks down to 2 times 36, then 2 times 18, 2 times 9, and 3 times 3. So we'll have 3 2's and 2 3's. Now what we're going to do, we're going to replace our numerator and denominator with what we had here. 36 broke down to 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Now our x to the 4th, we're going to write that as just 4x is multiplied by itself. Now for our denominator, we had 72. We had 3 2's and 2 3's. And then our x squared will break down to x times x. Now we simplify. We have these 2 sets of 2's in common. We have 2 sets of 3's in common. And we also have 2 sets of x's in common that we could simplify out. Now in our numerator, we would just be left with x times x, which is x squared. All over our denominator would just leave us 2. So our final answer here is x squared over 2. Now we go to problem number 2. We have 56 x cubed over 48 x to the 6th. Now, what we need to do is take the prime factorization of 56 and also 48. So I'm going to scroll up here so we could do 56 and 48. 56 breaks down to 2 times 28. 28 breaks down to 2 times 14. And 14 breaks down to 2 times 7. So we will have 3 2's and a 7. Now 48 breaks down to 2 times 24. 24 breaks down to 2 times 12. 12 breaks down to 2 times 6. And 6 breaks down to 2 times 3. So we will have 4 2's and 1 3. So now we will rewrite this. In our numerator, we have 3 2's and a 7, and we will have 3 x's. In our denominator, we will have 4 2's and a 3, and we will have 6 x's. Okay, now we simplify. We have 3 sets of 2's that are in common. No other numbers are in common. And we have 3 sets of x's that are in common. So in our numerator, we'll just be left with 7. In our denominator, we have 2 times 3, which is 6. And we also have 3 x's. So that would be 6x cubed. So our final answer here would be 7 divided by 6x cubed. Now, we scroll down to problems 3 and 4. Now this time we deal with multiplication. Now, with 36, now this is what I suggest you do. Before you multiply, why don't we do the prime factorization of all of the numbers and all of the variables in our numerator and denominator. Now if we look up here, we already did the prime factorization of 36. Remember, that was 2 2's and 2 3's. So we could write that down for 36. So we had 2 2's and 2 3's. Let's say the variables for last. Now with 56, we had 56, which was 3 2's and a 7. That was the prime factorization of 56. So we'll write down our 3 2's and a 7. So that took care of the prime factorization of 36 and the prime factorization of 56. Now we look at our x's. We have a total of 4 x's here and 3 x's here, so we have a total of 7x's. Now with our denominator, we also did 72. Now with 72, we ended up with 3 2's and 2 3's. Then we'll take the prime factorization of 48, which we ended up with. You could scroll back, but, well, let me go back up here. Okay, with 48, if you notice here, we have 4 2's and 1 3. So we could write that down. So 48 gave us 4 2's and 1 3. So that took care of 72 and 48. Now we look at our x's. We have 2 x's here, 6 x's here. So that gives us a total of 8 x's. Okay, now we simplify. We have these 2 sets of 2's, and we notice we have some more 2's. We have this set of 2's, and we also have 2 more set of 2's that we can simplify out. Now we look up here. We have 2 sets of 3's that we can simplify out with these 2 sets of 3's. So now there's nothing more we could do with the numbers here. Now we look here at these x's. We have 7 x's here, and we have 8 x's here. So we have 7 x's that are in common. Now our final answer, our numerator would just be 7, and our denominator would be 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12, times this x, so it would be 7 over 12x. And that would be the final answer for that problem. Now, we come here to problem number 4. Before we do the prime factorization of this, let's change this division to multiplication. So we will have 18y to the 7th over 15x to the 7th y times, we'll take the reciprocal, it'll be 35x over 6. Now, we could do the prime factorization. Now, what we would need to do, well, we need more space here. So let me put this down here. We need to do the prime factorization of 18, and I'll write that over here. That'll be 2 and 9, and then 3 and 3. So it'll be 2, 3, and 3 for 18. And then we need the prime factorization of 35, which would just be 5 and 7. So now, our numerator, our top numerator, will have 2, 3, and 3, and also 5 and 7. And then we will have 1x, and then we have 7 y's. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all 7 y's to fit, but you can make 7 y's fit on your paper. So that's 4, 5, 6. Now I'm 1 y off. Let me see.